But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to look at list stack test. And I'm going to select all. I'm going to copy that. And then I'm going to go to ArrayStack, create a new JUnit test case called ArrayStack, and then I'm just going to finish that. And then I'm just going to totally kill that and put the list stack test in there. And I'm going to call this ArrayStack. And I'm not going to call this. Call this ArrayStack. And in my setup method, I'm going to change that. So there should only be a few places you need to change things around here. And actually, I'm seeing, there's quite a few places. So I'm going to do find and replace, and I'm going to replace list stack with ArrayStack. And then I'm just going to do a find and then a replace find. So I'm going to basically, this will let me check one by one if those are the correct places that I want to replace things. Yes. Yes. Okay. It finished. And in my test equals method, I had this array stack that I was testing, and now I want to make this one a list stack. Okay, and let me just go ahead and run that. And I'm getting a problem with test equals object. Okay, so after looking at this for a while, it's the reason that this is not passing, okay, this test object equals, is because I realized that in ArrayStack, I actually, let me just do this, get rid of those green lines. I actually not only overrode the toString method, but I overrode the hash code and the equals method. And if I'm going to override the equals method in ArrayStack, there's no way I even necessarily know about list stack. In general, it is not a good idea to override these methods if you're going to have multiple implementations. You don't want to override those methods in a in the concrete class. You want to override them in an abstract class. The solution for me is just to comment that out. Okay, and now once I comment that out, the ArrayStack test should be using the abstract stacks equal method. So let's hope. Okay, so everything passes there. All right, so that's it. So those are that's testing with the stack implementations. And as you've seen, I just wrote 2 implementations there. They're almost exactly identical, just with a few changes of the concrete implementations. But I simply wrote 2 test classes, one for ArrayStack and one for listStack. I did not write a test class for abstract stack. You don't write test classes for abstract stack. It's much more straightforward to write your test classes for the concrete class and then test the abstract implementations from the test classes for those concrete classes. Okay, that's it for testing, and I hope to see you in the next video.